Hazbin Hotel is definitely a show with many problems, but I still really like it and keep returning to it over and over again. It would not be a lie to say that I've become a really huge fan of this quirky and at times immature-ish animated series. But what really draws me so much towards the show? After some consideration, I think I do have an answer to this question. I love Hazbin Hotel because the show makes me feel seen. I like the show because it is a show about misfits, made for misfits. If we think about it, every character in the show is a misfit who struggles with life problems, learns to accept themselves, and tries to change the world around them, no matter how messed up it might be. Let's start with Charlie Morningstar, our main protagonist. She is the princess of hell and she really wants to change sinners. She wants to show that nobody is hopeless or irredeemable, that everyone has something good in them. She wants to bring demons to her hotel, she wants to redeem them so that they could go to heaven instead of being exterminated by angels. Literally everybody in both hell and heaven tells Charlie that she is too naive and that demons cannot be changed. Lucifer, Charlie's dad, tries to convince Charlie to abandon her hotel endeavor. But Charlie, despite facing immense pressure, disappointment, and mockery, finds strength to keep fighting for her big dream. And she succeeds because Serpentius eventually ends up in heaven. Charlie's arc is extremely inspiring. She believes in good in everyone, she wants better for everyone. Obviously it is extremely difficult to change the world, and the effort might feel way too overwhelming, but all the civil rights movements, whether it's for women's suffrage or gay rights, are built upon titanic efforts by those who believe that they can change the world despite everyone telling them that they can't. Charlie is ready for any hardship because she believes what she's doing is right. She questions status quo, she questions everything she's been told since she was born about the order of hell and heaven. Everyone accepts the order of things as if it's something that cannot be questioned, challenged, or changed, no matter how wrong it might be. Charlie is the only one after her father Lucifer who questions and who doesn't accept the world order as it is. She doesn't accept that exterminating demons is the only way. She exposes heaven's hypocrisy and disorder when it comes to deciding who gets to go to heaven and who does not. Charlie demonstrates that it's not wrong to challenge the status quo and the order of things. Veggie is a fallen angel. She's been stabbed, lost her eye, and was practically left to die by loot, only because she spared the life of a little demon, only because she demonstrated some mercy when she wasn't supposed to. Exterminators are supposed to be absolutely heartless, cold, and merciless, and just slaughter whoever they can reach during the extermination, without any exceptions. But Veggie tried to save a child and almost lost her life for that. But she never regretted that. She didn't regret her decision not to kill a little child. Quite on the contrary. She became full of resentment towards heaven. She became fully aware that whatever heaven is doing is absolutely morally wrong. That heaven is basically committing a genocide and that cannot be excused. Veggie was trained and indoctrinated to believe that demon lives don't matter and they should be exterminated. But Veggie's humanity and sense of justice became way stronger than her angelic indoctrination. Veggie was helping Charlie any way she could. Although she was initially very skeptical, demons can actually be redeemed. Angel Dust is a porn star. He signed a deal with Valentina and practically became an Amazon worker. He basically lost his freedom. He needs to be on set whenever his boss demands. Valentina doesn't really treat Angel too well. He treats him as a money-making instrument. Angel is constantly exhausted. He has to work and put up with Valentina's abuse. He masks his actual feelings, drinks and uses drugs excessively just to cope with his terrible life problems. Even by hell standards, Angel's life is completely wrecked. With Husk, the situation is very similar. His soul belongs to Alistair. Alistair keeps Husk on a very tight leash, and Husk also has to constantly play indifference in order not to show what he actually feels. It's not surprising that these two bond together so well. The song Loser Baby really grew on me. It's a cathartic moment when these two let out their actual feelings that they usually keep inside. This song's meaning isn't that being a loser is completely fine and you shouldn't try to change yourself. It is the moment when Angel and Husk, while to acknowledge that their lives are messed, they let it all out. The song tells us we should not be running from our problems. We shouldn't try to pretend that everything is fine. We must face our problems openly if we want to find a way to solve them. This is what makes Loser Baby such a fantastic and emotionally strong song. It is an emotional outburst that bears a very strong message. Despite problems, Angel and Husk don't give up. They change and become better as they open up and as the show progresses. Lucifer is like Charlie in many ways, or rather Charlie is like Lucifer, I guess. He was a naive idealist who wanted to change the world by giving people freedom, and for that he was ostracized and then thrown out of heaven along with Lilith. Lucifer is a dreamer who went against the system and lost, and that's why he wanted to stop Charlie from repeating his fate until he realized that the best he could do is support his child no matter what. Emily learns about exterminations from Charlie. She's been living in complete ignorance because nobody ever told her angels exterminate demons. And when she learns the truth, she doesn't proceed to defend heaven, which most people would have done. She's been indoctrinated to believe heaven is this perfect place and everything angels do is correct and that sinners can't be redeemed. That's the order of things. But Emily immediately recognizes that whatever she believed in was outrageously wrong. She didn't even think of defending heaven's genocidal and discriminatory policies. She is very much like Charlie. You Didn't Know is by far my favorite song in the show. It's just so powerful. Emily might be the next to become a fallen angel after Lucifer and Veggie. And finally, we should also talk about Alistair and Nifty. Alistair is a mysterious radio demon who volunteers to help Charlie, but his motives remain unclear and he's being controlled by someone else. He is also on the leash just like Husk and Angel Dust. My theory is that he's controlled by Lilith, but we'll see in the next season. And of course Nifty is just an adorable strange loon. That's all I can say. I really adore her old antics that always make me at least smile. All these characters don't really fit in and they are misfits, and that's why their stories are so inspiring. That's why I personally like this cartoon show so much. It might not be perfect, but it makes me feel seen and validated. So yeah, I do love Hazbin Hotel. Such a shock considering how many Hazbin Hotel related videos I made. Anyway, thanks for being with me today and see ya.